sort of warning. This old town is filled with sin. It'll swallow you in if you've got some money to burn. Take it home right away. You got 3 years to pay, but Satan is waiting his turn. This old earthquake's gonna leave me in the poorhouse. It seems like this whole town's insane. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain. The scientists say it'll all wash away, but we don't believe anymore, 'cause we've got our recruits and our green mohair suits. So please show your ID at the door. This old earthquake's gonna leave me in the poorhouse. It seems like this whole town's insane. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain. This old earthquake's gonna leave me in the poorhouse. It seems like this whole town's insane. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain. A friend came around, tried to clean up this town. His ideas made some people mad, but he trusted his crowd, so they spoke right out loud, and they lost the best friend they had. This old earthquake's gonna leave me in the poorhouse. It seems like this whole town's insane. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain. On the 31st floor, a gold-plated door won't keep out the Lord's burning rain.
By the way, St Andrews has just been voted 5 Sin City. Next to Kirkcaldy. Sing a blues. Well, good morning, Miss Brown. Mama, how do you do? I said, good morning, Miss Brown. Well, Mama, how do you do? She said, you know, I'm feeling fine, I'm looking good, yeah. Oh man, tell me how about you? Well, you know I got the misery and the backaches, and my feet hurt me when I walk. You know I got the misery and the backaches, and my feet hurt me when I walk. And you know too much conversation, well it hurts my tongue to talk. You know I laid down last night, I was gonna try and take my natural rest. You know I laid down last night, I was gonna try and take my natural rest. But my mind kept wandering like those wild geese in the west. Well, you know, the blues started chasing me, Lord. They chased me rabbit around a quarter mile. Yeah, you know, the blues started chasing me, Lord. They chased me rabbit around 1/4 mile. And you know, your poor lover, man, he was scared just like a baby child. Yeah, you ain't scared, you ain't right. Well, good morning, Miss Brown. Mama, how do you do? I said, good morning, Miss Brown. Mama, how do you do? She said, you know, I'm feeling fine, I'm looking good, yeah, well, man, tell me how about you one more time. I'll sing. There's a personal story behind this song. Yeah. About 5 or 6 years ago, I went to Edinburgh. About just before this, let's say, somebody had lent me this record, an LP of Blind Blake, and I learned this song of it called Early Morning Blues. And I went through Edinburgh, and then went to the Crown Folk Club. Hamish Imlich was on. I went up this party afterwards, and I was sort of all armed with this sort of new song, like, you know, blues thing, which I thought was pretty fantastic. And Hamish said, I've got this new song, you must hear this one, you know. And he sat down and he sort of played it note for note, you know. I've never played it since, like, because I was really sort of pissed off that somebody else knew this song, you know. But I've just about got over the traumatic experience, you know. So try it. It's called Early Morning Blues. Well, early this morning, my baby made me sore. Early this morning, my baby made me sore. She said, I'm gonna leave you 'cause I ain't coming back no more. tell me, pretty mama, where did you sleep last night? Said, tell me, pretty mama, where did you sleep last night? Woke up this morning and the sun was shining bright. Well, when you see me sleeping, baby, don't you think I'm drunk? I said, when you see me sleeping, don't you think that Davy Craig is drunk? I got one eye on my pistol and the other on your trunk. Early this morning, my baby made me sore. I said early this morning, my baby made me sore. She said, I'm gonna leave you and I ain't coming back no more. Thank you. I'd like you to give a really good welcome to the Buskers, an Irish group come all the way from Dublin, I think, to play. So a big hand, please, for the Buskers.
Hello, St. Andrews. Last time I was here was just up the road at Lucas, the big yellow helicopter. Those are the days. All you serving men would recognise the shirt. Long time ago. First two reels, the Fox Hunters and Humans of Ballyconnell. Better introduce this notorious trio before I go any further. That's Frank McNamara with the fiddle, Moose as he's known to his friends, Stingy as he's known to his enemies, and Paul Furey,
Thank you very much.
that well-known name, gracing the scene in Scotland again, sitting in the middle with the strange thing which pushes backwards and forwards. Yes, indeed. All you girls can come up later for the strange thing between his legs. But he plays, and I'm Adrian Mannering, D42867773, sir. You weren't expecting that, were you?
No, I wasn't. No, good idea.
Really mad. This is a song called The Weary Wailing Grounds. I got it off an LP called Leviathan, kind of a folk super session with Martin Carthy and A.L. Lloyd, Martin Minnan-Reid and a host of other egregious persons who kind of combined and put this LP out on topic. And they sung it unaccompanied, so in the best tradition, I sing it with the guitar. And it's apparently every ship that went north up to Greenland, if they didn't get fish, the morale would decline in proportion to the amount of fish they got. And if they got a lot of fish, they're very happy because fish usually meant money to them when they came home. And this kind of song tells of the hardships they endured in Iceland and up around not the Bering Straits, the Davis Straits. That's it. It's called The Weary Wailing Grounds.
And if I had the wings of a gull, me lads, I would spread them and fly home. I would leave old Greenland's ice behind, but of right Wales there is none. And the weather is rough and the winds do blow, there's little comfort here. And I'd rather be snug in a Deptford pub, a drinking of strong beer. Oh, a man must be mad or want money bad to venture catching whales, but he might be drowned when the fish turns around and his head be smashed by the tail. The work seems grand to the young green hand, and his heart will be high when he goes. In a very short burst he'd as soon hit a crust as the cry of their she blows. All hands on deck now, for God's sake, move briskly if you can. And he stumbles on deck more dizzy than sick, but his own life he don't give a damn. And high overhead the great fluke spread, and the mate gives the whale the arm. And soon the blood in the purple flood, and the spout hole comes a-flying. Well, these trials we bear for nigh 4 years, when the jib-a-boom points for a home. We're supposed for our toil to get the bonus on the oil and an equal share of the bones. But we go to the agent to settle for the trip and find we have cause to repent, for we've slaved away 4 years of our life and then about £3.10. And if I had the wings of a gull, me lads, I would spread them and fly home. I would leave old green lands ice behind, but of right Wales there is none. And the weather is rough and the winds do blow, and there's little comfort here. And I'd rather be snug in a Deptford pub, a drinking of strong beer.
Have a sip of this. They don't sell this up here. Extortionists. I got this song. The next song is called Joseph Baker, and it's a very condensed version of a long ballad, which a friend of mine got out of a book, naturally enough, in the library, in Chester Library, in the county of Cheshire in England. And Joseph Baker was a very strong runner in his day, well-known athlete, and he ran rings around everyone who dared to present themselves and flaunt themselves in front of him. And apparently this song was very old, and he was never beaten, Joseph Baker. But this version I got off a bloke called Sean Cannon, who I ran into in Dublin about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he happened to have the words in his pocket and gave them to me, and it's called Joseph Baker.
You sporting men of England, I'll have you all to hear of a man named Joseph Baker, who lived near Delamere. He ran faster than the old red fox, further than the hounds. In all the men who challenged him, no equal could be found. He rose up every morning before the day was clear, and through the royal forest he pursued the royal deer. He chased the wind across the field, the mist right up the hill, and drove the dust along the road and the stream down to the mill. Now sportsmen came from far and near to challenge Baker's speed. In every race, in every place, they swore to do the deed. A butcher came from Frocham, a tailor came from a Hale, and a sailor came from Birkenhead, and a soldier came from a sail. But he was never beaten until that fateful day, when death at last defeated him and took his breath away. But if you should watch upon the winter's night, you'll see him running still, as his ghost runs down from Helmsbury Church right down to Kelso Hill. Play it, Paul. But if you should watch upon the winter's night, you'll see him running still, as his ghost runs down from Kelso Church right down to Helsbury Hill.
Thank you. I'd like to continue with a slow air called Eamon on Kinnick, Ned of the Hills. Just after the penal times in Ireland, a lot of the people who fought against William of Orange fought on the Stuart side. Yes, of the rebels, and they went on those who didn't go to France, and an awful lot of them did, called the Wild Geese. Some of them took to the hills and kind of continued the struggle, kind of an early guerrilla thing. And this is a song. There's words to it which we don't know, so we won't sing it. But the tune is lovely. It's called Eamon on Kinnick, and it deals basically with a man coming knocking on the door of his lover, and she says, "Who's outside?" And he says, "It's Eamon on Kinnick, and I'm cold and wet, and let me in." And Paul plays it now, called Eamon on Kinnick, Ned of the Hill. a song about my mother and my father. 2 tunes. One's called Lucy Campbell. The other called The Jolly Tinker. There's not much you can say about them, really. Fine people, my parents. 2 reels. So we'll just sing one more song before we finish off, and then we'll play some more tunes. This is a song called The Unquiet Grave. I got off a book called Paddy Finney in Dublin. And it's a very well-known air in Ireland anyway. It's the star of the County Down. John McCormick made it famous. And you may well laugh, madam, but it's not really a funny... it's not a joking situation. You're sitting on an unquiet grave. But anyway, no, I must be serious because it's a lovely, lovely song. And it's very self-explanatory. You'll pick up the words as you go along, I'm sure, if you're paying attention at the back. But as I say, the tune's well known, the star of the County Down. It's commonly known as the Dives and Lazarus thing. The only thing you can say about the song is, for some strange reason, the particular set of verses, 8 verses, have remained the same, constant. There hasn't been a great many variants of this ballad, you know. Throughout Britain and Ireland it happens, but that's a minor detail. A few ethnomusicologists in the audience. It's called The Unquiet Grave.
When does blow to a day, my love, and a few small drops of rain. I never had but the one true love. In cold clay was she laid. I'll do as much for my true love as anyone for a 12-month and a day, and a 12 months and a day being past, the dead began to speak, saying, "Who is that sits upon my grave and will not let me sleep? 'Tis I, my love, sits upon your grave and will not let you sleep. But I crave the one kiss from your clay cold lips, and that is all I seek. You may have the one kiss from my clay cold lips, though my breath be earthly strong. If you have one kiss from my clay cold lips, your time will not be long. My time be long, my time be short, I spend my time today. May God in heaven look down upon me. I will kiss your lips of clay. Down in the yon green garden, love, of where we used to walk, the finest flower that ever was seen lies withered on a tombstone. The flower is withered dry, my love, thus shall our hearts decay. So bid your time on earth, my love, till God calls you away. Thank you.
Colonel Fraser, August, My Love Is in America. Two tunes. Two reels by. Do you want to introduce them?
I will, of course.
Furey will introduce these in his own inimitable way.
These are 4 reels. Well, I don't speak like that, but I'm trying.
Just to speak to Gaka.
Am I on the tail? But this tune, I'm not on the way.
Are you? You mean you've been switched off all this time, Paul? How long have you been switched off now?
That's great, isn't it? These are 2 reels. The first one is called Colonel Fraser. The second one is called. The second one is called. My 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 Love Is in America.
Jump and hoot and go. This one doesn't work either.
Right, well, I'll sing a song from the Durham area. It's one of the late Jack Elliott's songs. You haven't been singing any choruses tonight, so this is a fine opportunity. It's very simple. The chorus is just, I do believe, I will believe. Old Johnny Booker was a gay old booker, and a gay old booker was he. Right. Way out Johnny Booker, he lived by cell. As long as he had perfect health, he took unto his cell a wife to live with him for the rest of his life, singing, I do believe, I will believe. Oh, Johnny Booker was a gay old booger, and a gay old booger was he. Now old Ma Booker, she had a bad leg. The doctor ordered her to bed. He calls to Johnny and he says to him, they'll have to rub the wife's left leg with gin, singing, I do believe, I will believe. Oh, Johnny Booker was a gay old booger, and a gay old booger was he. Now old Johnny Booker, he thought it was a sin to rub his wife's left leg with gin, so he poured the gin straight down his throttle and rubbed his wife's left leg with a bottle, singing, I do believe, I will believe. Oh, Johnny Booker was a gay old booger, and a gay old booger was he. Now old Johnny Booker went fishing in the river. That was the end of a perfect liver. He would have been saved, there isn't any doubt, but there was nae bugger there to pull Johnny Booker out, singing, I do believe, I will believe. Oh, Johnny Booker was a gay old booker, and a gay old booker was he. Now God made the bees made honey. God made man, and man made money. God made Edward, well, Edward made sin, so we'll have to dig a hole to put the bugger in, singing, I do believe, I will believe. Oh, Johnny Booker was a gay old bugger, and a gay old bugger was he. Ta. Get out. We got a capo, Robin? No. Is there anybody in this world with a capo? No. Just talk amongst yourselves for a minute. Right, by God, these seats, you have to be sober to sit on here. Right, this is another song from the Chesley Street, Sunderland area of Durham. It tells a tale. There's a lot of these funny tales about serpents and dragons and that round our way. This is a story of the Lambton Worm. It has another chorus. One Sunday's morn, Warlampton went a-fishing in the weir, and he catched a fish upon his yoke he thought was very queer. But what a kind of fish it was, young Lambton couldn't tell. Why, he wouldn't be fetched to carry it yem, so he hid it in the well. You bugger wish, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez all an awful story. Wished, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez about the worm. Now Lambton felt inclined to gan and fight in foreign wars, and he joined a troop of knights that cared for neither wounds nor scars. And away he goes to Palestine, where queer things him befell, and he very soon forgot to boot this queer worm in the well. You bugger wish, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez all an awful story. Wished, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez about the worm. Now the worm it growed, and growed, and growed, and growed in awful size. We geet big teeth, and geet big gob, and geet big gobbly eyes. And when it neats, it crawled about, picking up bits and news. Why, if it felt thirsty on the road, it milked a dozen cows. You bugger wished, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez all an awful story. Wished, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez about the worm. This fearful worm would oft times feed on cows and lambs and sheep, and swally little bairns alive as they lay down to sleep. And when he'd eaten all he could, and he had had his fill, why, he crawled away and wrapped his tail 10 times round Pensha Hill. That's famous. Wish, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez all an awful story. Wish, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez about the worm. Now news of this most awful worm, and its queer gannons on, soon crossed the seas and reached the lugs of brave and bold Sir John. So Yemmy's fetched and catched the beast, and cut it in 3 halves. Aye, and that soon stopped it eating sheep, and bairns and cows and calves. Ye bugger wished, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez all an awful story. Wished, lads, had ye gobs, and I'll tell yez about the worm. Well, now you've heard how all the folks on both sides of the weir lost lots of sleep and lots of sheep, and lived in mortal fear. So let's have one for bold Sir John, who saved us all from harm, saved cows and calves by making halves of the famous Lambton worm. Thank you.
Thank you, Nigel. We've just got time to squeeze in. Look, anybody who's been here in the last 8 years, at any point, is bound to know Jimmy Hutchison. A big hand, please, for Jimmy Hutchison. A big return visit.
A song about a lad that goes out for a night on the drink and he picks up this girl. Could you give us the best of order, please? And he picks up this girl and they go on the drink, but by the time they get to bed, they both fall asleep, and in the morning she goes away with all his clothes, which could be embarrassing. Oh, hey, ye heard o' the merchant's son, and stay the begging he has gane, and he's mounted on Tellus noble steed, and a war for pleasure he has gaed. Fall the doodle died, oh, fall the dame. Knew a begging when she chanced to meet, a begging when show low degree, aye, and he stayed petty on her distress, crying, faith, my lass, but ye've a bonny face. Fall the doodle died, oh, fall the day. Knew the baith inclined to tak a drink, and to the public house they went. Knew they both drank whiskey and brandy too, till the baith of them they got a roaring full. Fall the doodle died, oh, fall the day. Knew the baith inclined to gang to bed, and under covers they were laid, but strang drank it gate, strach to their heads, and the baith of them lay like they were dead. Fall the doodle died, oh, fall the day. New in the morning this maid arose, shone she spit on the young merchant's claes, with his heart sae high, and his sword sae clear, aye, and she so away, the gad she slowy, fall the doodle died, oh, fall the day. Knew a little while after the merchant rose, and looked round for to find his claes. There was Nathan left into the room, but a ragged petticoat and a one-seed gun. Fall the doodle died, oh, fall the day. Knew him being a stranger into the town, at sea spit on the old cotton gun, aye, and down the street he strode and swore that he'd never lie way a beggar nae mair. Fall the doodle died, oh, fall the day. This is a song I collected when I was on tour in Yorkshire. And it's a song of great sort of social and political significance, so be quiet. Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches, I must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So Lord, won't you buy me Mercedes Benz? Oh Lord, won't you buy me a color TV? And dialing for dollars is waiting for me. I'll wait for delivery each day until 3. So Lord, won't you buy me a color TV? And Lord, won't you buy me a night on the town? I'm counting on you, Lord, please don't let me down. Just prove that you love me, and by the next round, oh Lord, won't you buy me a night on the town? Come on. Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? My friends all drive Porsches, I must make amends. I worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. So Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes Benz? It's the Yorkshire song.
Raglan Road. Just like I made the second one.
That's my number. That was very well.
This is a very traditional show. Just like a bit of quiet, please. Starry, starry night.
We love you.
Paint your palette blue. We won't do that. I'm sorry to be serious. Man. The thing keeps going through my head. Oh, Jesus, drive me mad. That tune, Starry, starry night. Patrick Kavanagh was a poet. Came from County Cavan. He came to Dublin. Sorry, County Monaghan. Come and watch the holly.
Sorry about that, girl.
There's a crowd of rapacious Irish nurses sitting down there. Look at them. About 6 of them in a line. Look. Oh, we love you. Anyway. Yes, all evil thoughts put aside. Patrick Kavanagh came from County Monaghan about 1940 to Dublin. And he's only now been recognised as a major Irish poet. A contemporary of Louis MacNeice and other people. A contemporary of Louis MacNeice. Look it up when you go home, it's alright. But he used to spend a lot of his time near the Grand Canal, which is on the south side of Dublin, near the posh area, Ball's Bridge. Testicles Viaduct, we used to call it. There was another place in Dublin called Stillorgan. We used to call it Penis Mortuary. But anyway, no, really, because it's called on Raglan Road, and it's to an air called The Dawning of the Day. And it was written by Patrick Kavanagh to the air of the dawning of the day. And I had lots of hush because it's a lovely, lovely song. But a lost love called On Raglan Road. Raglan Road is a place on the south side of Dublin, part of Ball's Bridge.
Raglan Road on an autumn day, I met her first and anew. That harder care would weave a snare, that I may I saw the danger, yet I walked along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf, but the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of the deep ravine where can be seen the plight of a passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay, for I loved too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her the gift of the mind, I gave her this where old ghosts meet. I see her walking now. Oh, away from me, so hurriedly, my reason must have that I had would not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos the clay, the news his wings at the dawn of day.
Start the string. You do the string.
I've broken the string.
What's next?
Better than the Yamaha.
Yeah, I just have to change this thing here. Cheap American guitar, you know.
I'm going to start off with a Scottish tune and an American country and western tune. Right Time Annie and the four-poster bed. This tune, the four-poster bed, I suppose it's a Scottish tune. You know what it's all about. Four corners of the fiddle is supposed to be represented as the four-poster, four corners of the bed, right?
This is a song about a whore. This is a song called New York Girls.
And it's a great chorus to this song now, Gillian.
Yes, there is a chorus to this song, strange enough.
And you can join
And
in.
away you shanties, my
My
dear
dear
Annie.
Annie.
All you New York girls,
girls,
can't you dance
dance
the
polka?
polka? Well, all you have
And
Swedish
you
descent
don't
anyway.
that.
It's very easy, and if you don't kind of join in,
It's a very easy
we'll stop
chorus,
playing.
actually. Because, oh, you haven't sounded it now, you haven't got it now.
the maid she asked me trade, St. John says I, and the way. Yes, Auntie, my dear Annie, all you New York girls can't you dance the polka? Do you have that? And away you Santies, come on, we try it again. And away you Santies, my dear Annie, all you New York girls can't you dance the polka? It's easy. I took her down to Tiffany's, I didn't mind expense. Bought her gold and jewels and it cost me 15 pence. And away is Auntie, my dear Annie, all you New York girls can't you dance the polka? Says she, you like you sailor, now see me home you may. But when I got to her doorstep, she on to me did say, and away, yes, Auntie, my dear Annie, all the New York girls can't you dance the polka? I kissed her hard and proper before a flashman came, saying, fare thee well, you Bowie girls, you won't see me again. And away, yes, Auntie, my dear Annie, all you New York girls can't you dance the polka? Me flashman, he's the Yankee with his haircut tight behind, wears a scarlet jacket and he sails the black ball line. And the way, yes, Auntie, my dear Annie, all you New York girls can't you dance the polka? My dear Annie, all you New York girls can't you dance the polka? As I went down on Broadway one morning in July, met a maid, she asked me trade, an ex-airman says I, and the way, yes, Auntie, my dear Annie, all you New York girls can't you one more time, and the way, yes, Auntie, my dear Annie, all you New York girls can't you dance the polka?
We'd like to do an accompaniment. In other words, there's only one man singing with three three joining in. But this
You
is
can
an
join in
accompaniment.
the chorus in this
music-wise.
song.
Well, it's very easy.
It's called the Kerry Recruit. So lift up your hearts and sing.
Before he starts off,
You cover your knees. I didn't say that.
kind of, you know, the song kind of comes from the time of the Crimean War, you know. There's no conscripts now, I suppose. Only economic conscripts, no political. And this is a kind of a song about an economic conscript, because they were in Ireland at the time, economic and social as well. You know, they nothing else to do, like join the army. People sometimes in Glasgow too have nothing else to do as well. So it's not really funny, you know. And the song is called "The Kerry Recruit," about a young man going off and fighting and ending up with nothing really except a wooden leg and a medal. And medals don't buy bread, you know. It's true, man. You may well laugh, comrade. But it's called "The Kerry Recruit" and everyone knows the chorus. And I think it's a lovely, subtle anti-war song anyway. Sing it with me anyway. One morning in March I was digging the land with me brogues on me feet and me spade in me hand, and says I to myself,
such a pity to see such a fine strapping lad footing tough round Tralee. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. So I buttered me brogues, shook hands with me spade, and went off to the fair, such a dashing young blade. And up came the sergeant, asked me to enlist, and Sergeant McGrath stick a bob in me fist with me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. And the first thing they gave me, it was the red coat with a fine strap of leather to tie round me throat. They gave me a queer thing. I asked what was it that, and they told me it was a cockade for me hat. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. And the next thing they gave me, they called it the gun, with a fine shining barrel and the place for me thumb. And first she spat fire, and then she spat smoke, and she gave a great leap, and me shoulder near broke. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. And the next place we landed was down on the quay, on board of a warship bound for the Crimea, with the 3 sticks in the middle, all rolled in white sheet, and she walked on the water without any feet. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. And at Balaclava we landed quite sound, both cold, wet and hungry we lay on the ground. Next morning for action the bugle led a call, and we had a hot breakfast of powder on the ball. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. Well, we fought at the Alma, likewise at Craman, and the Russians they whaled us at the Radan, and in scaling the walls there myself lost an eye, and the big Russian bullet she ran away with me thigh. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. It was there we lay bleeding upon the cold ground, both heads, legs and arms were all scattered around. I called for me mam, but me pleadings were nigh, should they bury me decent, and raise a loud cry. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. Well, the doctor was called, and he soon staunched me blood, and they gave me a fine elegant leg made of a wood, and they gave me a medal and 10 pence a day. Contented with a Sheila I live on half pay. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya. With me touring minya, me touring minya, me touring minya.
We were at Kilfanora, Aldous, and the rest. Oh yeah. We were at, there was an Oireachtas. Oireachtas is a big music festival in Ireland. And there was a mad crowd of people from County Clare. County Clare's on the west coast, from Kilfanora. And the only tune they play is this, and this is their theme song, I suppose, you know, and it's called the Kilfanora, if I can find me plectrum. But I've lost.
If I find me plectrum.
Yes, Kilfanora. The little addendum is my own. I have lost me plectrum.
Kilfanora, if I lost me
You
plectrum.
see, in this tune we go ya ya diddly diddly da 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 diddly da da. So when we start doing this, will you all join in? Help us out.
What about giving a taste of it first, yeah?
Yeah, we'll all give this. This the way it goes.
A taste of the chorus of a jig.
Chorus, and you want to
You've
jump
never heard
up
of a
and
chorus
shake
of a
the
jig,
boots.
so here we go.
Goes like this.
Wait.
Ya da da diddly ya diddly ya la la la.
Got that.
You got a chorus there.
Well, will you just give it up to me? I'm not losing one.
Be a song that chorus, Let on you're in County Clare and the Cliffs of Duneen and all that
they're
thing
all
now.
going mad.
Cliffs of Moher and Kilfenora O'Cailey band gone mad.
You better throw yourself off a cliff.
Ooh. You know, I think
This is
I'm
called the
going
Kilfenora O'Cailey Jake.
And Gallagher's Fancy.
Frolics.
Gallagher's Frolics.
Don't
Fair
say
play
that
to
when
him.
you're drunk, by the way.
No, I won't.
Towards out
We all know what Ranzer Frolics, don't we? Peanuts.
Ya da da diddly ya diddly da. Ya da da diddly da.
I can't hear you.
Ya da da diddly ya diddly da. Ya da da diddly ya diddly ya.
Nice and safe.
Just want to ask a question here to the lad down there. Davey, you didn't get the spoons. No. Did you get spoons, Dave?
No. No, well, we really need a pair.
Hold it.
We really need a pair of spoons.
I'll spin the wheel.
By the way, this fella, his name is Furey. I'm giving him a big build up.
You're nice.
Because his two brothers played
come here
bagpipes
often,
Play
and
Mickey
all
Mouse and
sorts
Donald
of
Duck
things.
and scour them.
No, but this fella has his champion, All-Ireland champion spoon player. And
There's all sorts of spoons.
basically everything.
Teaspoons, you name it, I play 'em.
Dessert spoons.
Tea,
give
table,
them
and
back as
dessert.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
So
played these
And
anyway at
soup
home.
on occasion.
we'd like to finish up our spot now tonight before and We'd like to say goodbye after this tune. We'll say goodbye before we play the tune.
Our last
The tune is called A Mason's Apron, our last tune, and we'll finish up.
You have to get these drunk, you know, because they won't do what you're doing.
Oh, such
So,
affectations.
All Ireland spoon playing champion.
In the give A major.
You should get all that, didn't you?
On a Mason's apron. Should I had the grip of a Mason's apron?
watch me because I'm nervous.
Yeah, Moose is going in. We should play the Mason's apron.
This is going to attempt to play the Mason's Apron. I'm ready when you are.
clap your hands if you want to, but
And
clap
stamp-
Scream and stomp.
No, you said it wrong. You stamp your
time.
You stamp your hands and clap your feet.